For the second straight year, Pennsylvania lawmakers have passed a state budget on time, and for the second straight year, the spending plan includes no tax increases. House Republicans say it's a welcome and overdue trend.
And what we had during the 8 years of the previous administration was an unpredictable environment. People actually, entities ended up borrowing money, paying interest on that money, really not knowing from one day to the next where their budget was going. And I think we had a responsibility. We met our responsibility. And I'm very confident that we'll meet that responsibility as an on-time budget in the future.
The $27.7 billion budget represents a 1.45% increase over the current fiscal year, but is still below the rate of inflation. House Republicans ensured that the cuts to education and human services in Governor Corbett's budget proposal were mostly, and in some cases, fully restored.
In the process of raising my 4 daughters, I learned a lot of lessons, and one thing I really learned was how to say no. Always wasn't a popular thing to do. It always wasn't something I enjoyed doing, but it was something I had to do as a responsible parent. This budget is very much like that. Surely we'd like to fill everybody's request for additional fundings, but sometimes you have to do the responsible thing and say, no, this is a responsible budget, on time, no tax increase, and I definitely support it.
Another on-time budget that holds spending to the appropriate levels. Again, we don't have an infinite amount of money. We're holding the line on spending, doing the best job we can on behalf of the residents of the Commonwealth, providing them a no tax increase budget once again that provides critical funding to those most critical items that the residents of Pennsylvania, my residents of York County, greatly care about.
For example, the new budget restores cuts to the Commonwealth's public universities and brings K-12 public education spending up to the same level as last year. That includes $100 million for accountability block grants to give school districts the flexibility to fund initiatives such as pre-kindergarten, full-day kindergarten, or other priorities. The new spending plan also restores $84 million in the governor's proposed 20% cut to county human service programs, adds $17.8 million to reduce the list for intellectually disabled individuals waiting to receive services and care, restores funding for hospitals, trauma centers, and burn centers to the same levels as last year.
You know, there are no perfect spending plans, but this is a great budget for Pennsylvania. It holds the line on taxes. It increases spending in areas that are desperately needed. We are excited about the future and the direction of revenues in the Commonwealth, and we're hoping that this puts us in a good position as we look toward the future and look toward growing jobs, growing the economy right here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
This budget is responsible. It prioritizes hard-earned tax dollars. It takes care of the most vulnerable. It provides for public education, quality public education, and is targeted and lives within its means.
Reporting from Harrisburg, I'm Anthony Tezak.